We are the biggest, we are the largest, we are the highest, we are the greatest, we are the tallest, we are the toughest, we are the mightiest African spiritual platform. I am always Queen Adatsa, call me Empress Makida. I am called Labraska, the Sun Goddess, the Spear of Destiny, and I will appear. I welcome you. I'm Maame Grace de Duako. I am the world star number 8. I am the woman of peace. I am Revelations, the biggest, the highest, and the greatest. I welcome you to another great episode. Today's episode is a bit different, but we will see what we get out of it. So na na edi kan wa join the platform ya na me mo akwaba kese pa odo ene asomdwe ekwan so your slogan, your love and hate. We are pearls and we are consciousness family. I welcome you into this great family. We are educational platform. We preach consciousness and liberation of Africa. Me mo akwaba ya busu akase mu me mbom ne for do and welcome your guests no so for today. Papa Yamawakwaba, we welcome you. So today is your first time. So kindly introduce yourself to us. Pay obeisance to the followers. If there are any loved ones you feel you want to greet, you can go ahead and do so before we start the show.
Okay. Good day to whoever is watching at this point in time. I'm called DANSO EMMANUEL. And today I'm proud to be on this platform and even share a few ideas with whoever is watching, so that day in, day out, we also know how to go about in our life shortly.
Okay. Yo, we welcome you. Is it your first time doing this?
Yeah.
Okay, platform of opportunities. We are grateful. We welcome you.
Okay.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Okay.
Okay. So, who is DANSO EMMANUEL?
Okay, DANSO EMMANUEL, I am currently engaging in traditional medicine. Yeah, but I'm a management student by profession. Yeah, but after graduation, I chose to try a different area to get knowledge also from that side to support the little I have earlier.
That's great. Okay, so the knowledge you are going to share with us today, what is your basis? What's your source?
Okay, it's based on the few things that I have read and mostly on research. Yeah.
So your source is research?
Yeah.
Okay, so I welcome you. Have you watched any of our episodes?
Only once.
Who? Which one?
The person talked about esoteric Christianity.
Okay, Mr. Boko. Mr. Boko, we send you love wherever you are. Okay, so what pushed you to this platform? Why did you decide to be on this platform?
Okay. We thought of broadcasting this, or sharing the few knowledge we have acquired with the general public to know certain things about our blood group seriously. Because over here it's like we don't pay much attention to that, and it's affecting us or harming us in one way or the other. So this actually pushed me to get onto this platform.
And why here?
Okay, this afternoon, I'm here to talk about, the actual topic.
We want to know, there are a lot of platforms.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said this is your first time. So we want to know why you chose all the radio stations and all the TV stations and all that. We want to know why you chose Revelations.
To the best of my knowledge, I was searching for where people go to share ideas, and not any sort of discussion at all, but where we share more ideas, we could get a lot to learn. And I got to know that over here, people come here to share a lot of ideas. And the followers too often show more interest in what people come here to say. That actually pushed me to also be on this platform.
Okay. We are the biggest. We welcome you, brother. We appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. We'll be big. And you know, you be man as soon ya boko na ye tie dia work and the source research. Idea ebe nipa. And according to him, or per se the way who no person on the panche because you take it that this part of the knowledge very seriously. Why do you think what makes you think what you are coming to teach we don't take it seriously as black people or as Ghanaians?
Okay.
What makes you think so?
It's like over here in our country and even in most areas, our style of eating is based on at times our tradition, at times what I think I want to eat. Yeah, but as to whether it has a good effect or a negative effect on the system, we don't think about that. And even what are some of the consequences, we don't think about that. All we do is eating.
So it's tradition.
Yeah.
We came to meet our parents eating, so we are also eating.
Yeah.
We don't know whether it's good for us or not.
Yeah.
Name 5 food that is dangerous for a black man to eat.
Foods that are dangerous for a black man to eat. It depends, but generally we have some foods we call inflammatory foods. When we talk of inflammatory food, we are referring to some foods that when we take them in large quantities, they harm the body by increasing the production of what we call prostaglandins. And these prostaglandins are lipids that are formed at areas of tissue damages or areas of infections. So when we take them in large quantities, when they get into the body, they fight against the healing ability of the body. Some of these foods are fried foods, like commercially baked foods, and red meats and processed meats. Some of these refined sugar and refined grains. All these are foods that when we take them in large quantities, they fight against the healing ability of our body or our system.
As blacks. Or okay, so those foods harm your body.
Yeah.
So which food do you think is good for everybody to make sure a day? 5 things.
5 foods that
we are doing randoms. We are not in your topic yet. I'm trying to bond with you.
Okay. So foods that we should take in all the time as, let me say, human beings or as blacks. One is, let me say, whole grain. When we talk of whole grain, when we talk of grains, we're talking of rice, rye, wheat, maize, and those ones. Over here, because maybe when we set them on fire, it takes quite a long time to boil. We usually take off the fiber and even the germ. But when we talk of a whole grain, it consists of 3 parts. The bran, which is the outside coat, the germ, which is the germinative part, and the inner one, which is the endosperm. But in most cases, we take the endosperm instead of taking the whole thing together. And outside that, to fruits. Yeah, fruits are a good source of nutrients for the body. And we have eggs. Ideally, there was a paper I read which says that especially women or ladies who takes at least 4 to 5 eggs in a day, or even at most can take 1 egg per day. It helps the person in reducing these menstrual problems. Fruits also, whoever takes at least 2 fruits per day, at the end of the month, if the person is menstruating, the pains that the person will go through wouldn't be as the one who took nothing. The same applies to vegetables. Those who have been taking vegetables experience a bit lesser pain as compared to those who don't take any of this, as well as water. So these are the foods that if we are to be taking them on a regular basis, they will help us and relieve most of our problems out of the system.
What do you know about cyanide?
Cyanide. Okay, I have not read much about that.
You have not.
Yeah.
Thanks for being truthful. You are watching the biggest and the largest. That's randoms. I'm trying to. Okay, so what do you think about oils, like palm oil and those we see cooking oil, the rest. Which one do you think we should stick to?
Okay, for health benefits, what I know is these traditional ones, like coconut oil, like this, you see, ajongo. They are far better than those on the market. Yeah, because palm oil per se, it is good, but in relation to those of us who are like blood type AB, yeah, they are not all that good for us. Yeah, but the other blood groups too, it may help them in a way. But since we are talking about all of us, if we stick to this traditional one, the soya bean, though the soya bean is good, but over here at times when we take them in excess, so they tends to be bad for us. And this corn oil, but those ones they are also not in excess on our local market.
They are there, but just that they are expensive.
Okay, but they are the oils that are good for us. That if we are taking them, though even if we take them in excess and they may pose effects, it wouldn't be as those that are on the market that we usually used to buy.
Okay, so looking at, I don't know how old you are, but you are reading. Yeah. So looking at how our parents or I don't want to use our ancestors, looking at how we used to eat as blacks, yeah, and the changes that has come into our eating. I mean, our type of food, yeah, that we were eating traditionally. Yeah. And now the things that has come and our eating habit has changed and all that. Like before, we were eating our local rice. Yeah. Now we have different varieties. When you cook them, they are smelling nice and all that. Yeah. Those days, the food or the things we used to eat and now, yeah, which one is harming us?
What we are eating currently.
Why? What's the reason?
The reason is that I have already talked about the difference between a whole grain and what we have on the market. Our ancestors, our old grandparents, were used to this brown rice, which has everything, and they eat them in their natural form. But we moderners don't like those ones. Yeah, we go in for these perfumed ones. And these perfumed ones, most of them, as I have already said, consist of only the endosperm. The endosperm has few nutrients, just a small amount of protein, carbohydrate, and some vitamins. But the greater nutrients is in the fiber and the germ, but we have taken them off. So we eat, but the nutrients that we are supposed to get, we don't get. And when the body don't get the nutrients it needs, the cells, the tissues, and some organs will begin to also malfunction. And when it malfunctions, it results in affecting other systems. So other systems may not work as it's supposed to be, which may result in other problems.
So you said you are shifting from your education level into traditional medicine.
Yeah, I am practicing.
You are practicing.
Yeah.
What's the reason for your shifting?
Okay. Way back SS, I was a science student. Yeah, but when I got to university, I pursued agribusiness management. But I still have the science spirit in me. That pushed me to that area. That area. Yeah.
So how do you find it, comparing to the subject you read, yeah, and you shifting to this place? How do people, your friends see you, and you yourself? Are you sometimes scared, or you are confident in what you are doing? What is your hope in what you are doing?
Oh, I am the type who is always fan of reading, so I don't see it a big deal for me. But I know that I'll excel definitely, and I keep on researching all the time. And the one I am under is also fan of teaching me the necessary things that I'm supposed to know, together with the little research I have been doing. Yeah, so this has been gingering me to keep on working.
So your friends who you graduated with,
yeah,
how are they taking your decision?
Okay, as at now, none of them knows that I have diverted to a different area.
Okay.
Yeah, none of them knows that.
Okay.
But it will sound funny to them. Yeah, it will sound funny to them. Management student diverting to herbal practice. It will sound funny to them. But at the end of it all, knowledge is what I'm after.
Exactly. You are watching the biggest and the largest platform of opportunities. We love everybody. That's why I keep telling you, love and hate. So now we are going to get into his topic that was randoms with him. The human system and the blood group. That's what we are discussing today. Sisi ana joining ya na emo akwa abanti me man platform no na wa kire yen human system. Na wa kire yen blood group. I welcome you once again. Okay, so the human system and the blood group. What is it?
Okay. When we talk of the human system, they are a group of organs that work together to either produce or sustain our life. And we have about 11 systems, starting from the integumentary, that is the outer layer, or the skin, the nails and the hair, which serves as the barrier between the physical environment and the internal environment. But aside the integumentary, all the other organs are in there, or all the other systems are internal. And whatever we take in, whatever we inhale or we apply to the body has either one or two effects on the internal organs. So if I am to eat now, the first thing to think about is what effect is it going to have on my system? What actually pushed me to choose this topic was that now we have most of our parents, our uncles, our elderly brothers, our grandparents, and even our parents who are suffering now because of what they did yesterday. And it's all as a result of not thinking or ignorance of what they took or what they apply to the body or the system. And now they are facing the consequences. So it is up to us today to start thinking about whatever we take in, be it food or water, and whatever we apply to the system or whatever we inhale, the effect it will have on us tomorrow. So we all eat for nutrients. That has been the core objective why we take in food, for nutrients, so that the body will also be healthy. But in order for us to have a healthy body, the food right after digestion will have to be distributed to all other parts of the body for the other organs to also function. And these nutrients that is being distributed will be distributed through the blood. Not all nutrients or not all chemical components found in these foods are compatible with all bloods. That is where the blood group comes in. So it's actually on what I am taking in as to whether it is compatible with my blood group or not. And another thing is, even most of us don't know our blood group, and we don't see why we should even know our blood group. So if not, especially my mothers and my younger sisters, if not pregnancy, most of our ladies don't even bother trying to know the specific blood group until maybe the fellow, if one is not in a good condition and will need a blood donation, or at a point where we have to.
You don't want to know.
But it is also important for us to know.
Continue.
Okay. So, talking about the blood group here, as I have just stated, the core reason why it is even necessary for us to know our blood group is that, firstly, for blood donation and for blood transfusion, either we receive or we donate, because not all blood groups are compatible, not all bloods are compatible with others, but your blood group will determine where you can receive blood from. and your blood group will also determine whom you can donate blood to. Yeah, these are the core reasons why we should know our blood group. And aside that, one core relationship between the blood group and our diet is for easy digestion, for us to get the maximum energy we need, and also to help prevent or fight against diseases or infections. Every blood group has its own characteristics or features it shows. So they have some foods they are compatible with, depending on your blood group, and there are some foods they are not compatible with. If we take them, they tend to be toxic, or even if not toxic, there are some foods that digest easily with some blood groups, and there are some that also does not digest easily with others. Let me use this example. We can take our whole system like to be the soil. Generally, we have about 5 types of soil: the sandy soil, the sandy loam, the loamy soil, the clay loam, and the clay soil. Each of these soils have their own characteristics, and as a result, not all plants or all crops can be grown on any crop. Each crop has a specific soil it grows best. This also applies to our system and our blood and our diet. Not all foods are compatible with our blood. So we should know the specific food, or the foods, some of the foods that are compatible with our blood, and those that are not compatible to, we think of either reducing them or staying away from them, because when we take them, they pose danger. When we were starting, I made it clear that I stated something that there are some foods you take in the evening or in the day. The next morning you wake up and you experience something like headache, like a heartburn, and other general body pains, and they are all because the food we took couldn't digest within the period that it was supposed to. And even each blood group has its own level of stomach acid it produces. Some are also prone to some diseases that are common in our system. So looking at all this, it becomes necessary for us to know which foods are compatible with my blood, so that when I'm eating, I eat according to what my blood needs, so that my system will also function more properly.
Okay, your system will also function more properly. You are watching Revelations with EMMANUEL DANSO. Okay, so the human system, okay, yeah. When you were talking, you said our parents have done some things that is worrying them now.
Yeah.
What things were you referring to?
Mostly some foods. Some are foods. Some are also certain things we inhaled, and others are what they applied to their body.
So you said things people want to know. People are learning from you.
Yeah. So we have some foods like when we are young, we usually like these oily fried foods. Taking these foods in excess could result in cancer and even some other related challenges. But at the point of eating, you won't see any of these effects. But as the system gets weaker, this disease will start coming out. There are some too, and even in our country now, stomach ulcer is common, especially among our ladies, and even drunkards and these weed smokers. There are some too who got it not through any other practice, but through constant taking of these quick pain relievers. So these are some of the things our parents did some time ago, and now they are facing the consequences. And it's now necessary for us to know, so that we won't repeat that, to be suffering from the same disease tomorrow, but tomorrow we will be strong, and that will be a change to those that will be with us by then.
That will be with us by then. You are watching The Biggest because it's his first time. We are taking our time, so we get all we want to give him all the confidence he needs to teach us. So the next time we will put a bit of speed. We've done this for a lot of people. A lot of people now, they are gallivanting around as celebrities. We did this for them. Some of them, we even bought clothes for them. Some of them, we have to show them how to look into camera. You see, almost madams. But we keep working. She has a message. I have to take my time. So we get all these messages out of it. So how many blood types of blood groups do we have? And can you tell us each and every food that they can actually be eating?
Okay.
Are there many? How many blood groups do we have?
We have generally we have 4. But the 4 each has its positive and negative. Yeah, but generally we have 4 main types of blood. Yeah, making 8.
Okay, so can you take us through and maybe show us a little food that maybe blood O type should stay away from tomatoes? We you know, can you help us?
Yeah. Talking about the blood and its foods here, in most cases we consider it into 4. The main, that is blood group A, B, AB, and blood group O. Some common things that I want to say before coming to the diet is that I have already stated that each of them has different stomach acid production. Blood group O has the highest stomach acid production, followed by blood group B, AB, and A with the least. So people with blood group A are likely to get something like stomach ulcer, whereas people with blood group A, B, and AB, when living in areas where the air is always polluted, are also likely to get heart attack or heart disease when living in such areas. But blood group O is not all that, is a bit strong, so they are not easily being infected as compared to the others. And when it comes to our diet, each blood type has its own foods that are compatible with it. What may be easily digestible with one may be different from the other. And talking about these foods, most of the foods contains what we call lectins. When we talk of lectins, we are talking about carbohydrate binding proteins that are found in most of these foods.
These foods, you mentioned them, so we get through to them.
Okay.
If it's not somebody's product, and you can find it in our normal foods. You have to say, so so we get.
Okay. Until some of the foods that we see to contain high level of lectins are some like tomatoes, like eggplants, like red kidney beans, like these pulses, and those referred to as lentils, and even cucumber, carrot, oat, maize, and fried foods, as well as sugary foods and foods that are high in fiber. All these have high level of lectins, and therefore they take quite a big long time to be digested. But there are some that are compatible with others, like blood group O. Blood group O, some of the foods that are compatible with their blood is mainly meat. So we talk of beef and poultry, those meats, and even dairy products. Yeah, they are compatible with people with blood group O. But
no, the positive or the negative or both?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
But over here, the positive does not all that matter. The positive or negative comes in Usually when our mothers are about to
when
get
transfusions are going on.
Not even that, but when they get pregnant. We call this positive or negative resource factor determinants. Yeah, so at the point of pregnancy, that is where this comes in, or this matters most, to know whether the resource factor of the mother is the same as the child, to prevent resource factor incompatibility. That is how we call it. Always, that is when the positive or negative comes in. The concerning our diet, it goes together. So the other side, or the negative side, is that people with blood group O usually take these whole grains, the maize, the rice, and those groups, they take them less. And they take these eggplants, cucumber, and those eggplants, the wheat and co, they take them less, because if they take much of eggplants, at times you get up and you feel some pains throughout the body, which we refer to as arthritis. Yeah, the general body pains or joint pains. Yes, so people with blood group O, their blood are not compatible with wheat, like kidney beans, like maize, like what are the eggplants and tomatoes and some other some few vegetables. When we take blood group A are usually suitable with vegetarian diets and some small fish meats like salmon, like chicken, and like turkey meat, and those, just a small amount of meat. But they feed much on vegetarian. Their blood is much more compatible with vegetarian diets. And when we come to blood group B is also not all that compatible with foods like maize, like sugary foods, and even cocoa products, and even lamb meat. That is lamb meat when the sheep is young. That is how we call it. And even mutton, and also beef as well. Yeah, and some oil. Most of these oily foods, they are also not good for them. But the other side, people blood group B can take foods like rice, usually being the brown one or the white one, and as well as these white beans. Yeah, and oats, and some few fruits as well. They are also compatible with their system. And when it comes to blood group AB, we are also not compatible with corn and maize foods, as well as these agric palm products, cocoa products, as well as beef, and mutton, and those, and the other related meats, because they take much time to digest. And the level of stomach acid production for blood group B is also small, a bit higher than that of blood group A. So not all foods could be digested easily for us to get the maximum or the total amount of energy the system needs. And for that matter, we should take from some of these foods. And we should take in much of like yam, like these rice and beans, these white beans, together with the brown rice. Yeah, they are all good for we blood group AB. So shortly, this is what I will say about the foods that are good.
So what we hear that this blood group cannot marry this blood group, they can't make babies. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
What truth is in this?
Okay, this is let me see, in gene formation. That, let me say, I am AB, and AB, blood type AB. I am a universal receiver, but not a universal donor. So my blood is compatible with any other blood, meaning I can receive blood from any other, but I can't donate blood to any other person. And let me people with blood group O are also universal donors, but not universal receivers. And blood group AB, we have AB antigens, but we don't have antibodies. And blood group O have antibodies, they also don't have A and B antigens. But for A and B, A has A antigen and B antibody, B have B antigen and A antibody. So they go together. But for us, because we are like me, AB, a universal receiver but not a donor, or a universal donor but not a universal receiver, at times when it comes to formation, it becomes a big problem, because what will come out from that? Yeah, I don't have an antibody. A also don't have an antigen.
So they are compatible.
Yeah, so it becomes a problem. That is how those things comes about.
Okay. So what you wanted to discuss is the human system and the blood group.
Yeah.
You said a bit. So funny na boom. Say be as see and obi the machine ni channel na to her. Said they are obeti they are can nyina say we are advice say nko obia ho individually no na their mom baby say ye try say ade we be koso wo ho ni nyina na wo de amemai.
Okay. So to wrap everything up, as we sit now, we being humans, it is very important for me to know how my system is, and also you to know how your system is, so that even if there is a problem, I can trace and know where the problem is coming from. If we will be able to know this, it starts with what we take in the food we take, whether it is compatible with my blood or not. If it is not compatible with my blood, I should understand that definitely there will be a problem. And that problem, either we will see today or we will face it tomorrow. This makes it necessary for me to understand my system and know my system very well, so that I will always think about what I am taking in, being it through food, what we inhale, or what I am applying to the body. Also, if I get to know my system very well, and I know that, oh, because of this, these foods, I know now they are not good for me, and I start putting in measures to either reduce it, so that gradually, the quantity that I take into the system will keep on reducing. And even if it poses danger, the danger will also keep on reducing. When the danger keeps on, as the danger keeps on reducing, the body will also start to get more healed, so that all the problems gradually they will be getting out of the system. At a point in time, I will see that, yeah, I am healthy now.
So where do you think we can, apart from this platform, we will push for it to go? Where do you think we should have to target, so they get to know about this knowledge? Okay,
then people will have to start showing much interest into traditional medicine, because generally we are the primary healthcare solution providers. People should start developing interest into that, because in our country the interest in traditional medicine is really poor.
Why won't it be poor? Are you on social media? Yeah. Everywhere you pass, Tamil. Why won't it be poor? Don't we have a reason for that?
Yeah, you have a reason. Yeah, but it is also very important.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not important too.
Okay.
I'm asking you how we can get this message to the people apart from this platform. Do you think we should do schools? Do you think we should do churches, mosques and everything?
Okay, it starts with the National Traditional Medicine Practitioners Association. I have never heard of them that even there has been a seminar that has been organized for all of its members. Meanwhile, we have the national and local associations. There have been nothing like that. So they will have to start working. We hear of other agencies, other people working together to promote the work of their members. But we don't have anything like this. Or we don't see them organizing any activity to promote the business itself. So that when people hear, they will start getting to know what is in there. Aside that too, the traditional medicine practitioners have been, though we don't have the interest, but they spend much on advertising. Just that we see the cost of that healthcare to be expensive. That is another problem. So if we are to delve much into the little we hear on adverts, they will get to know a lot. And also in our country, we don't have much of this plant medicine. We don't even practice this in most universities. We don't have this in, especially the private universities. We don't have any of this. It's just some few. But if we have to take this, we have to take this as a serious program and begin to teach people. People also have interest to go in there because this is a innovative program. Right after graduation, you can start yours, and you wouldn't be at home expecting someone to come and employ you.
You are watching the biggest and the largest. Any numbers? Do you have any number? So now you have a few things you are selling.
Yeah.
What and what? Tell me.
Okay. We bet usually, like, we have products on the market.
You used to say we, you and who?
Okay. I say we in the name of the organization I am within.
So you are within organization.
Yeah.
So it's not your personal your personal thing for now.
No, it's not.
Everything you are producing is with it's for an organization. Who is your leader?
Dr. Osukankam.
What's the name of your organization?
It's called NAC Clinic.
NAC Clinic.
Yeah.
Tell your boss I want him to come on the show.
Okay.
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 So he come and explain. But why are they? I appreciate you. Say, who encourage Nkrofo someone starting BBBB, and yes, some we are no more cautious. That's a great statement.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for that. So do you want to place more adverts for your organization? Oh, for free?
Yeah.
Do you want to do so?
Yes.
So go ahead.
Okay. I am encouraging each and every one who is listening to me this day that traditional medicine is one of the best approach to our healthcare, and therefore people in areas like Nkoko, Achim, Afosa, Nkranza, and other towns near these areas to always try NAC Clinic.
Free advert. Okay, so thank you so much for coming. Like I said, my love to your boss. I tell him we said he should appear on Revelations platform, and when he's coming, you should bring me a bunch of your medicines you have put in together. I need to try and be sure.
Okay.
Okay. Will you tell him that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Okay. Encourage yourself and encourage the young ones like you to get into these things. Okay. So we will have more of you around. You cure us, but we will not be drinking stuff just to put our system into problems.
Okay. Man.
Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching the biggest and the largest. It's his first time. He's done so well. We are platform of opportunity. Yeah, mother. So we give birth. So we just delivered him. So his first time. If we should bring him live, just please write on the comment section. If it's the second chance, please write on the comment section. But let's appreciate him. He's done so well. Thank you for coming. Okay. Thank you for watching.